personal data is the new oil. You must have heard this too, but how did it help you? You also have personal data, but how can it be as valuable as oil? Can you sell them yourself? If so, to whom and how? Of course you can, but you can only sell data that you don't want to hold on to. I will explain everything in this video. Well, it's no longer a secret for anyone that all the social platforms we use sell our personal data, and every time you think you're using a free product, the product is actually you. Of course, no one cares what your name is. This data is not actually sold, but consumption habits, preferences, pleasures, appetites, the region where you live, sex, age, financial situation, lifestyle, where you spend your money, what you like to eat, or how often you have sex. Everything that happens today on the internet is basically a continuous phishing of personal data by the big technology companies. An example of buying personal data would be a marketing company purchasing information about users' purchasing preferences from a large technology company, such as Google or Facebook. This information can be used to provide personalized advertisements to users based on their purchase history or online searches. For example, if a person has frequently searched for fitness products, this information can be sold to a company that sells fitness products, which will be able to deliver relevant ads to the user, thus improving the chances of conversion. Even if this transfer is made in accordance with data protection rules, the end user does not benefit from this exchange, but only in the best case sees more relevant advertisements. There are already famous cases, such as the one in which Google realized that a woman was pregnant before she knew it, and began to display ads specific to pregnant women, just using her online behavior. We are so predictable online that the question arises whether what we buy online is a consequence of our desire or just a manipulation made by some ultra-specialized algorithms and huge marketing teams that have an unlimited budget behind them to sell us exactly what we want. If these questions also concern you, then you may need to look into Itheum. Itheum is a project that caught our attention more than a year ago, and about which we started making videos back in January 13th of 2022. We thought it was such a good project that we converted their entire white paper into audio format, so that anyone who doesn't have time to read all this documentation can listen to it while driving, working, or doing anything else. You too can listen to this paper by accessing the link on the screen now, and you will find out everything you need to know about this project. Your medical data is another sensitive issue, because once it gets into the hands of the wrong person using your vulnerabilities, they can abusively sell you medical products that you don't need or that actually harm you. The internet is full of such unauthorized sales of slimming products, for example, which are addressed to a category of people who have this vulnerability, the desire to lose weight. Once you have written on Google, Facebook, or any other online platform, how to lose weight, you will automatically become the target of all possible advertisements that address this problem, even if these solutions are not medical or even invasive. I gave this trivial example, but surely no one wants their entire internet to use every medical condition they have just to extort money from them at any cost. Itheum recently announced that it is coming up with a solution to this problem as well. Through Itheum's Health Metaverse Passport, your medical data will only go where you explicitly want it to go, i.e. to the doctors who treat you for the conditions you suffer from, after which your data goes back to your wallet and doesn't continue on to merchants. This is how Multiverse X opens the door through X Portal to a lot of interesting projects with useful applications in real life. I hope that I've piqued your curiosity a little about Itheum, and I invite you to join their Telegram group if you want to always be up to date with news, and for that you will find a link in the description, along with other useful links from the Itheum ecosystem. Tell me in the comments if you too are ready to sell your personal data using Itheum, if you have invested in this project, and what you think. Thank you for following me until the end. Until next time, take care of your money.